Hi, Cancers. How we doing today? Welcome back. If you're new, welcome in. We're going to be doing a monthly for August. All right. We're going to be using the Prairie Majesty Oracle. Get you a question. Sorry, my shuffling on my table is loud. I apologize. Ooh, that came flying out. Let's see what that is. Emerge. Be a butterfly. I like it. What am I opening up into with build on the bottom? What am I integrating into your life with Beaver? Beavers are very hard workers. They definitely build. They can definitely build and rebuild. But I feel like you're opening into something new right now with Emerge. And I love that butterfly. It's an Eastern tiger swallowtail. I don't know much about butterflies, but I know they're beautiful. And they're transformative. So let's see what you are opening up into. This could be a new job, new career, new light of passion, a new start. And I talked about building. So whatever you're emerging into, it's something that you might have been building for quite a while. And Beavers kind of build down one stick at a time. So I definitely feel like whatever this is, it's very nurturing and it's creative and it's like creating the entire world. You know, it might, especially if you've been the Four of Swords in there. Especially if you've been kind of like cooped up and withdrawn at the moment. But I feel like it's also maybe kind of shutting some things out that you don't really serve you. All right, let's see what we have going on for my beautiful Cancers. We got the Two of Swords. You might be a little undecided about something. Might be a path or a direction that you need to choose. Ooh, I like that. The Chariot coming out strong in your own energy. The Seven of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles coming out. So you might be a little guarded right now, especially when it comes to the projects that you're working on. Might be something you might be keeping quiet or just not really quite telling anybody about. This could just be you emerging from like behind the scenes or just coming out of your Krabby Patty shell. I kind of like this. The Queen of Wands with the Knight of Wands on there. I feel like it's about embracing your own confidence too and really throwing out or lighting a fire and embracing your passions. And I really like this. Whatever it is, it's definitely a start into the things that fulfill you. Especially with that world being there. It's like a brand new start, brand new chapter, a new something. And it's being seen, being heard, getting out there, exploring life, shining, being the beautiful creature that you are. But I definitely think with this Knight of Wands, it's really just focus on creativity, passions, the things you desire, going out, having fun, enjoying life, embracing everything for what it is. And it definitely starts some kind of new, I'm going to say chapter in your life that is fulfilling. So I definitely like that. Especially with the sun being back there too. I feel like in your current energy, this is the Chariot. And I love that, your own energy. And maybe that's kind of what you're emerging to. Is getting out, doing things, building something. Ooh, I like that. It's like going out into the world because you have something to offer. You know, but it's also getting a handle on it and being a little balanced. Because when things move so fast and so quick, it's really hard to kind of keep the balance of a situation. And I always say that with this particular card because he's on like a ice skate, teeter-tottering, holding this offer. So whatever it is you're moving towards, make sure that there's some stability there, especially if it's some kind of offer. I feel like what's leaving you stuck right now, which is really not a whole lot of stuckage, it might just be like which direction you want to go and whether or not you're missing opportunities or options that are kind of being handed to you. But I really like the Five of Pentacles being in reverse. This also could say that this is maybe a change in the way you look at finances too. Or this could be you just no longer settling for being left out in the cold. It's like kind of being done with that. I don't know. For some reason, I really love the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Especially when we saw it in the upright. But I really feel like whatever you're charging to or wherever you're driving, wherever you're headed, wherever you're emerging to, you know, make sure you create some form of balance there, especially when you're out offering something. And I think whatever this offer is or whatever this seed is that you're planting or that you're trying to give to the world, you know, I feel like it does have forward momentum and action. You just kind of have to allow yourself to open that door with that Five of Pentacles and let the world in. The forefront on your conscience is that Page of Swords. This could be you out communicating. This could be you researching, studying, having new creative ideas. You know, just make sure you don't get so wrapped up in your head and so wrapped on the research that you don't put it into action. Type of energy with the Devil. This could also be you dealing with some kind of Capricorn. Or Capricorn season, or you might have Capricorn in your chart. But I feel like sometimes when you have a little too many ideas, you tend to get a little stuck in your head. And I feel like with that energy, you know, the more research you do or the more ideas, it kind of leaves you a little stuck maybe. So it might be something to watch out for. Subconsciously, you are the Queen of Cups. And I really, really love that. I feel like that's your energy, your spirit, your guiding. And I feel like part of that emerging and the building is being open and receptive. And I feel like you're doing it subconsciously. You're allowing yourself to receive. You're allowing yourself to be open. You're allowing yourself to enjoy life, enjoy the spirit. You know, in other words, it also could be somebody coming back that you're a little guarded from. So keep that as it is. You do have the Six of Wands. So victory, being seen, being heard, being driven, like being celebrated. I feel like. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Ooh, Justice. I feel like it's well balanced. Subconsciously, I feel like you're well balanced and opening up. This also could be you really just being open to understanding your light side and your dark side and being open to that and understanding that you're whole with it. I really like that energy, and I know that's kind of a weird concept, but I feel like you're just being divinely guided with a Hierophant right there. And I like that. The Queen of Swords. It's like setting standards. I don't know. It's really, really good energy. So definitely moving forward this month. Especially, I think you're moving forward on something that you strongly feel is a very good idea, concept that makes you really, honestly, subconsciously, incredibly happy and very balanced. I do feel like the only thing that's kind of leaving you stuck is like opening that door and really just letting that world in. Letting them see you. You know, and not getting so caught up in the thought process of it that it kind of keeps you in some kind of like negative mind talk type of energy. Because subconsciously down here, you're just living and loving life, and you're very, I feel like, evenly balanced. I don't really feel like it's more justice or anything like that, like legal law or anything. It's just a healthy type of balance. It's being open, it's being receptive, and it's really good energy. What's leaving you is the Tower. I know everybody's afraid of the Tower. I love the Tower. I love when energy shakes up. Sometimes it needs to, you know. The question is, what are you learning from it? You know, are you getting anything out of it? And I feel like what's leaving you is maybe some chaos I'm really bad at this right here. Maybe that chaos and that energy of the anxiety of a situation. This also could be like a state of like any type of pain you've been dealing with that's starting to like subside, and you're starting to be able to breathe a little bit. But I really feel like with the Tower and being shaken up, it's really just maybe something really just had to be torn down, and you had to go through some kind of anxiety to deal with that situation, to push yourself into a situation of, you know, having those options, being a little bit more open, being a little bit more even on those scales type of energy. And I like that. The Seven of Cups is what's coming your way. So it could be options, opportunities, could be choices. And then we see the Five of Wands. I'm not really going to take that as a conflict and action, because they could be building a structure or they could be tearing it apart. So you take it how it resonates for you. But I feel like this could be options and opportunities to collaborate that could change things. That also could be you really working through an emotional situation, or just even emotional upheavals that you've been kind of battling over here with this Nine of Swords. And this could be you like partnering up with somebody, or just maybe, I feel like, working through conflict. I don't really see a whole lot of conflict here though. But whatever you're working through or whatever you're working on is chosen, you know, it really does speak of having some patience, having a little bit of balance. Don't be afraid to start something new. Don't be afraid to plant those seeds. Don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to emerge. Be the butterfly. And I love that. Oh, and you're going to see some kind of transformation. I really like it. And I feel like this is really taking you on some kind of beautiful path, wherever your journey leads you. But I really do see that this is a really, really nice energy. Just a couple of the tidbits to watch out for, like the maybe not being so stuck in your head, and make sure when you're pushing forward, make sure everything's kind of balanced out, and really, really, I feel like unlock the door to let the world in, to be you, to whatever you're emerging to, whether you're a new career, it's a new relationship, it's a new project, you're starting something that's utterly scary and complicated, and it takes you a long time to kind of get out of your head about it. I feel like that's kind of the path you're on this week. And whatever that is for you, you know, build on that. All right. We're going to get you some couple of oracle cards and see what's going on. Definitely a good month for you. I really like it. A lot of work, but a lot of forward movement. So make sure you stay balanced also, or grounded. All right. We're using the Sacred Creators Oracle. The same creators that did the Light Seers. And I really, really like this. It's a very positive deck. What do we have going on for Cancers? What can you tell me? Accept and receive. And I did say that. That beautiful, beautiful Queen of Cups. Accepting and receiving. I don't know what that was. What is this? Cut the cords of doubt. Oh, I love that too. That's the cutting the cords. Cut the cords of doubts. You got new ideas. You got new options. You know, if you want to try them all. See what works. Some won't, some will. You never know. But you have to try in order to do it. Creative fire. Light your fire. Be that passion. All right, we're going to get you one more and then the bottom, and we'll see where we're at. Whatever this is. The distraction of shiny things. Don't be distracted by the materialistic things. That could be talk of that devil. And feed your artist. What is it you're trying to create? What is it you're trying to write? It's your story. You be your own artist. Ooh, and collaboration of souls. I'm going to give you that one too. I really like that because we could talk about collaboration. And I feel like when you start doing the things you love and you start being who you truly are, you start aligning with the right people. So be open, be receptive. Cut those cords of doubt. Don't let them interfere with whatever you're trying to create, whatever you are passionate about, whatever lights your fire. And don't let these shiny things distract you. Okay? I really love that for you guys. Very beautiful, positive read. All right, we're going to get you a surrender card or two. It just kind of depends on what comes out. All right, what do we got for my beautiful experience? What do we got for you guys? All right. We have surrender the drama. That's probably that 5 of Wands we saw over there. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Stay centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. I like that. And I feel like that's the distraction of the shiny things also. Surrender to miracles. I always put them up there so you guys can read them. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. I love that. And that's part of emerging too. And also accepting and receiving, which we did talk about. I'm going to give you one more, but just because we talked about this, is surrender your comparisons with other people. Everybody is different. There is no need to compare. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Own your own power. Okay? You are special in your own way, so don't be afraid to be a butterfly and allow yourself to fly. All right, beautiful Cancers, that's what I have for you guys. I will see you in the weeklies. Bye.